comedian as well. Kwadwo Sheldon President John Dramani Mahama trainee pa and I'm in Zambia. Kwadwo Sheldon abekafa recent interview of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama who have generated a whole lot of conversation with media and so LGTBQ issues we and your first time here kindly subscribe and more full just about this story train media and so. Now, and the video be about media and so His Excellency John Dramani Mahama meeting some clergy biana or making announcement to them about after he assumed office as the president of Ghana. Now they were discussing about the LGBTQ issues now surrounding this whole thing. Now His Excellency Chemu said LGBTQ issue, you know, they have to relook the bill. Now Omuhu said whether they will pass it or not. Now the bill was in the 8th parliament, they say a 9th parliament, and even a lapse of time in the bill now the command and I don't know I expire. Now from now on also no the bill shouldn't be moved from a private member in the house, that is the parliament, because in the 8th parliament the LGBTQ bill was moved by a private member, of which now he thinks that the bill should be moved by the government to the parliament for them to deliberate on the issue. Now say now His Excellency the Tuja.
So the proper human sexuality, and it's quite a long name. Proper family values bill. If you remember, there was a court case that injected the speaker from forwarding it to the president, and also restrained the president from receiving the bill. Eventually, that case was disposed of in December, I think on the 18th or so. Yeah, so it meant that the injunction had been cleared. But as far as I know, the bill did not get to the president for assent. And so the convention is that all bills that are not assented to before the expiration of the life of Parliament expire. And so that bill effectively is dead, it has expired. I don't know what the promoters of the bill intend to do, but I do think that we should have a conversation on it again, so that all of us, if we decide to move that bill forward, move it forward with a consensus. And probably it shouldn't be a private member's bill, it probably should be a government bill with government behind it after consultation with all the stakeholders to see how we're able to move this forward. But it leads us back to the discussion we had, that if we're teaching our values in school, we won't need to pass a bill to enforce, our family values. And that's why I think more than even the family values bill is us agreeing on a curriculum that inculcates these values into our children as they're growing up, so that we don't need to legislate it. And so we'll see how all this goes. And so I'm looking forward to this review conference so that we can come to some consensus on some of these issues. But I wish to thank you very much for the thoughts that you have expressed.
So after say video no Babontin, Kwadwo Sheldon so Babontin to actually share his opinion about this, because during His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the campaign, or he says he's going to abolish, and I say he's going to make sure say LGBTQ will not be signed, that he's going to sign the bill so that BBR LGBTQ will be against the law. Now Obeka, this particular video Babontin with his explanation that they are going to move the bill again to the 9th parliament, and also for them to review other stuff in the bill. No, saying that Kwadwo Sheldon try to media and also generate a whole lot of conversation. So after that video in Babontin, Kwadwo Sheldon may post this, say what Sam George go say about this. Nah, hey, you see. So it was like, so what Sam George go say about this? So you know, say Sam George is one guy. He has been championing this whole agenda of LGBTQ. Say whenever His Excellency John Dramani Mahama comes into power, he's going to make sure say your man is going to sign this bill, because it is against religion of Ghana, because a lot don't believe in that, of which it should a person who engages in such an act should be punished. What you say?
Lastly, on the LGBT issues, I mean, if you get a nod, how far would you hope to push it? The president, your candidate, when he was interviewed on the BBC, he said he would now look into what is in that bill.
You know, that's a misconception that's been put out. And I listened to that full BBC interview. President Mahama has been clear that he will sign that bill, and he has no option than to sign that bill. President Mahama will know no peace from Sam George until he signs that bill. And he himself has said that to the clergy, that as a Christian, as a member of the Assemblies of God Church, he will sign that bill. What the president said to the BBC was in response to why President Akufo-Addo has not signed the bill. And he said to them, look, what President Akufo-Addo should have done, instead of rejecting service of the bill, was to have received the bill, stated what his displeasure is with the bill, which is what the Constitution says. The Constitution in Article 106.7, President Mahama in his response to the BBC was referring to the Constitution of Ghana. Article 106.7 says that when he gets to the president, he must within 14 days indicate whether he would sign or not sign. If he chooses not to sign, he then has to bring it back to Parliament and then state in the memo to Parliament the reasons why he's refusing to sign and add the recommendations to remedy those challenges he sees. Otherwise, within the 14 days, he can refer it within 30 days. He can refer it to the Council of State, who have 30 days to give him advice. That's what President Mahama was saying in that BBC interview. He was not saying that he now has to read the bill. President Mahama has read the bill. It's because he's read the bill that he told the clergy that when he becomes president, he will sign the bill, because President Mahama has no problem with anything in the bill. That explanation he was given was basically what the president should have done as a lawyer in line with our constitution, because the president's decision not to have service of the bill on him is unconstitutional and shows you how reckless and irresponsible Akufo-Addo is as a president.
Now, it be generating a lot of conversation after Kwadwo Sheldon tweet here. I'm a man for a more opinion about Kwadwo Sheldon, saying it thinks Kwadwo Sheldon don't understand what the president is saying. Now, they don't know say he's aligning his political interest to be in the conversation, and His Excellency he can, because we all know Kwadwo Sheldon to be an MPP member. Now, saying that some Ghanaians they are too abundant relating to this particular story. So this one is saying you are very funny. No wonder you misled Baumia to his disgrace. He said the conversation that had prior about teaching in schools, the bill will come, don't worry, and it will be signed. LOL. You will not have the last laugh you want. You think we are gullibly? You think we are gullibly? And that's why I'm saying you are so weird, I swear. I've never seen your kind of human breed before. And that's why I say you are always odd. Why? And that's why I'm saying, hey, you know the Babble. No wonder you belong to MPP. Yeah, you see. And this one is saying all your posts on governance, politics, and current affairs expose how ignorant you are in that space. Kindly stay away from intellectual, political, and governance conversations. Thank you. And this one, do you really understand English? And this one is saying, won't say, bro, for no wonder Scanty they correct you all the time. What I say? So, Charlie, a lot is going on in the media. People are just saying your man, no, they really understand the conversation where your man they talk about. Take off now, the bill is no longer in the parliament, of which it must to be moved to parliament for the parliamentarians to look at the bill again, for it to be gazetted after the president signs on that bill. What I say, and the president is willing to do that because he has promised the clergy and other people say he's going to make sure say it is being gazetted or it is being accepted, and he will make sure for that. But what he's saying is just saying that they have to consider certain things in the bill and also make sure the bill is moved by the government, not a private member of the house, that is the parliament, because we know the people have been championing against this bill and everything so far. What you say? So basically, this is why Kwadwo Sheldon and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is trending online on the media. If it is the first time here, kindly subscribe. My name is Mr. Showbiz. I will drop you more entertainment updates and trends here. Be part of this family. Follow me on all social media handles, and I'm out.